Contrary to popular belief, these days in 2024, your voice matters. Yes, your voice, and your voice. It all could be used to make a difference in the world, to assist with giving others a perspective they may not have had beforehand, to carve out a space and exist in an atmosphere where hard heads reign supreme. Having a difference in opinion isn't what's hurting society these days. It's the fact that nobody wants to hear something that goes against their own point of view. We've successfully created a world where echo chambers have become safe havens for the ignorant. How did we get to a point where people haven't learned how to be wrong? How to say, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Or, hey, you really changed the way I look at things. Thank you for that. Since when did we always have to be right about everything? I love Google just as much as the next person. But as a kid, I used to love Ask Jeeves. Used to be one of my favorite sites because as a kid, I knew I didn't have all the answers. And I wanted to be educated on a lot of different things. Most importantly, unlike now, back then, I think it was okay to be wrong and not know. This is why I created Sit Downs with Sid. A place where we could grab a seat, have a discussion about everything, and then some. With professionals and amateurs, the quiet and boisterous, the thinkers and the doers, and those who have no problem admitting that they just don't have all the answers. My hope is that on this platform, we share our perspectives without judgment, bear witness to others' testimonies, and hopefully, somewhere in the midst of it all, find some common ground. All right, y'all. Welcome to my very first show, Sit Downs with Sid. I got to shout out everybody who made this possible, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Really means a lot. Thank you for this fire logo, my man Big Steve. I appreciate you I appreciate you creating that. Like, this man is amazing. If y'all want his information, you let me know. Please go to him, get your podcast, get whatever graphic you need, because this man, he's a master at his craft. So, Big Steve, number one, I appreciate you. Just everybody who asks me, what's going on, who wants to come on the podcast, best believe this is just the first episode, but I got a lot of content, a lot of things I want to get out there to the world. So, first and foremost, let's get it. Flavor Flav. Yeah, boy, Flavor Flav. He buys the entire Red Lobster menu to help the business before it goes out. So apparently Red Lobster is filing for bankruptcy, is closing 50 locations, right? I love Red Lobster. I always thought Red Lobster was a good date, you know what I'm saying? A good first date, you know what I'm saying? Just to test the waters and all that, get the cheddar baked biscuits, shorties love that. I love that, you know what I'm saying? But apparently they're going bankrupt, unfortunately. And I did some research. So let me tell you why they're going bankrupt. So they had this promotion, endless shrimp, right? So you go there, $20 in your pocket, you get all the shrimp you want. I mean, like, they probably got an ocean out back. You order on the spot, they go out there, they get the fit, you know what I'm saying? They serve on the spot, $20, you know what I'm saying? You can't beat that. So apparently, they've done so much endless shrimp, they couldn't keep up. So now, they're going bankrupt, they're in the hole for $11 million. Into Flavor Flav. Now, I don't know much about Flavor Flav except for what we see on TV. I know he's a rapper. I know, Flavor Flav, but I don't know what Flavor Flav is doing right now in 2024 is what I'm saying. I don't know much about him right now, but apparently he's doing all kinds of side missions, y'all. He's doing all kinds of side missions. He's trying to save Red Lobster. And get this, right? So they have a new campaign coming out. Well, I think it's old, but it's their Crab Fest campaign. So he's helping with this. He's trying to launch the Crab Fest campaign. And he's really trying to help Red Lobster not go out of business. Like, I don't know what buying everything on the menu will do for Red Lobster. I really don't even think that's a tangible, you know what I'm saying? But if Flavor Flav thinks it's going to work, I support him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Flavor Flav. But at the end of the day, I think we just need to be realistic about it. Red Lobster had a good run. It's been around since 1968. It's actually America's largest seafood chain. I bet y'all didn't even know that. The largest seafood chain in America was Red Lobster. So, Red Lobster had a hell of a run, man. I'm not mad at it. But I think the funny part is what gets me is Flavor Flav really thinking that buying the entire menu was going to help this place stay afloat. Like, I find it hilarious, you know what I'm saying? But, Cheddar Bay biscuits is slapping, so I completely understand. Plus, I am a seafood guy, so I get it. I get it. Before I leave Flavor Flav, did you also know that he is the hype man for the U.S. women's polo team, water polo team? I bet you didn't know that about Flavor Flav neither. So, shout out Flavor Flav, man. He doing mad side missions. Shout out Red Lobster. I really hope y'all could get it together. If not, you know, it is what it is. All right. Topic 2. Caitlin Clark, Olympic snub. Is it fair? Is it not fair? In my honest, humble opinion, it's fair. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I think it's hard as hell to make an Olympic team number one. I just kind of feel like I've been watching her play, right? I've been watching her since college, and she's phenomenal. Like, I haven't watched a play. I haven't been that excited to watch a basketball player since Maya Moore. Like, Maya Moore back in the day, I used to love watching Maya Moore in Minnesota Leaks. If you never heard of Maya Moore, go check her out. Like, she was cold. You feel me? Like, super cold. So, but Caitlin, she got me like back watching women's college basketball, because I'm like, yo, who's this chick pulling up like Steph Curry? Like, she's no games. You know what I'm saying? And then, along came Juju Watkins. I love watching Juju Watkins. Shout out Juju Watkins. Another bat, just a walking bucket, right? The ladies are walking buckets. But the thing with Caitlin Clark is that who you going to take off the team? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Who are you going to take off the team? You know, people say you got to take off Diana Taurasi, right? My argument is Caitlin Clark, she's the record scorer in D1 history, right? Put up the most points in college basketball, men's and women's history, D1 history, right? That's a lot of buckets. So if you're somebody who claims to really love buckets and you think that's important to you, then you also have to think that the number one leading scorer in WNBA history, Diana Taurasi, has to have a spot too. I mean, do points matter or do they not matter, right? So that's my argument. I just don't think you could take her off. And as much as, yeah, you got to like let the youngins come in, but I mean, it's something to be said about longevity. I mean, I think Diana Taurasi's been in the league for 20 years. Like, you really think that the NBA is going to go to Paris this summer and leave LeBron at home? Exactly. So, let's be realistic about that. Next person, Brittany Griner, right? A lot of people wonder, oh, Brittany Griner, she didn't play a lot at the start of the season. I think she was coming off injury. But come on now. We going to leave Brittany Griner at home? Right. How we going to block shots? How we going to get rebound? Like, seriously, like she's arguably the most dominant center in WNBA history. You just can't leave her home. And something else about Brittany Griner, I looked up, I did some research. She is third in field goal percentage all time in Olympic history and second in blocks. So this is somebody who is efficient and somebody who's going to protect the basket. So I just mean, it's just hard to say, all right, let's take both of them off the list. And then, you know, my last thing about the whole roster is Arike Ogunbowale. If you have not heard of her, she's a walking bucket. She plays for the Dallas Wings. And I mean, when it comes to guards, she's up there too. She's up there too. And I think she deserves a look. I think she actually said that she decided to pull her name from the Olympic pool, so she wouldn't have been chosen anyway. But she's a bucket. She's a bucket, and you got to consider that. You have to consider that because she's been balling too. But you know, so again, and you know what I actually really want to see with Caitlin Clark, the Olympics, right? So check this out. The Olympics is going to be in LA. It's going to be in LA 2028. So when they come to the Olympics in 2028, can you just imagine homegrown Caitlin Clark coming into the building and turning it up in LA? Like, can you imagine that? like, do you know how crazy it would be? Her first Olympic game in LA, the Olympics in the United States for the first time since what, 96 or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, she's gonna blow the roof off of whatever building they playing in. So I think we should allow her to continue to develop her game, get better, get stronger. You know what I'm saying? And then let her have her big day when the Olympics come to LA in 2028. And you know, I just feel like women's basketball it's in a great place right now, especially with Angel Reese, man. I love watching Angel Reese. I love watching her grab rebounds and just be dominant. Like, you know, just she's looking great. I mean, this rookie class is just Aaliyah Edwards. I mean, Cameron Brink. They all are just walking buckets and they all doing their thing. It looks like they just didn't even have a real transit. I mean, the first 10 games was a little rocky, but now they're playing starter minutes. Camilla, like, I mean, it's just women's basketball is in a great place. But back to the original topic, is it a snub for Caitlin Clark? I don't personally believe so. I think there are a lot more pros for her to wait until the 2028 Olympics instead of sending her to Paris right now, where people are already, you know, kind of upset because she's gonna have to take somebody else's spot. She doesn't have any chemistry. It's just too much negativity around it right now. And I think we could take the next 4 years, build up more positive energy, and then let her really, you know what I'm saying, do her thing in 2028. Creme de la creme segment, man. And in this segment, I'm gonna pick the top 5 things in any given topic and tell you my top 5. So the creme de la creme, if you don't know what that means the cream of the crop, the best of the best. You feel me? All right, top 5. Let's get it. Number 5. Oh, I didn't even tell you what the topic was. Hold on. We're doing top 5 school snacks all time. All time. Top 5 school snacks and lunch all time. All right, y'all let me know if my list is valid. All right, let's go. Number 5. I probably ain't gonna like this one, but I used to like this one. I ain't gonna hold you. They used to give you these cheeseburgers in a bag. Shit's is all right. I ain't gonna hold you. When you was hungry and they bought the bag, them shits had the steam in them still, you know what I'm saying? When they hot, them shits was on point, baby. Like, that's number 5. Yo, especially when you ain't eat breakfast, you get downstairs, they got the burgers in the bag with the steam and all that. So that's number 5 for me. This is my list. I don't know about nobody else's. This is my list right here, all right? It's number 5. Number 4, top 5 school snacks all time. The round pizza. Not the horizontal joint without the pepperoni, but the round joint. You know what I'm saying? Like with the pepperoni, the grease, the cheese when it's nice. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Y'all remember them joints, man. Just as banging too. You know what I'm saying? When you hungry, you get downstairs. They got the round pizzas on deck with the pepperoni. You know you about to have a good day. Matter of fact, I used to have a friend, she hated pepperonis. Like, I don't know if she was like, you know what I'm saying, in religious, you know, Muslim or something like that, but she no pork on her fork, you feel me? So she'd be like, yo, Sid, you want my pepperonis? And I'd be like, you damn right. So then I got the extra double pepperoni slice, you feel me? Number 3, the bag donuts. The bag donuts, the donuts that came in the bag, man. Like, yeah. Yo.
What you talking about? The hot ones?
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? The hot ones that come in the bag. You get your little milk. If you drunk milk, you know what I'm saying? You wash that down with some milk. You good, baby. You good. Them bag donuts. It's funny. I was on Amazon, and I was just, you know, Amazon got everything from A through Z, right? So I was just, you know, just searching. I see wholesale donuts, and I'm looking. I'm like, oh, these the same bag donuts. Actually, I think I took a picture. I'll probably put a picture in post if I can. But it's the same bag donuts. So, you know, they still out there. I don't know. I honestly don't know what kids are eating in school these days. But, I mean, back then, the bag donuts, they was on point. Number 2. It's a hot day, y'all. It's hot in New York right now. It's hot. So when it used to get this hot back in the day, and they brought out the red ices, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? The shit you tear open. The purple shit, you got the grape and you got the cherry. You know what I'm talking about? Them shits. I just, it's taking me back, y'all. It's taking me back, y'all. On a hot day, Joyce is hitting the spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you be trying to grab two. It always was a lady like, you can only have one. You can only have, because they know people will always try to grab more of them joints because they were slapping. They were on point. Them red ices, they come in cherry and grape, and you tear it open, and amazing. On a hot day like this in the schoolyard, those always came in the clutch. Number 1, drum roll, please. This is my personal favorite, but you know, I'm open to other opinions. The ice cold peaches. Ice cold peaches, man. They came in this little rectangle thing, but they had to be cold, like ice cold, where you still had like the frosting on the top. Like, to me, them joints was slapping because it was just always refreshing. And on top of that, you could take as many as you. They see with the ices, they was real. Nah, you can only have one. But the peaches, oh, you could have 2, 3. You take them, go downstairs in the classroom, still be eating them hot, cold peaches all day. And them joints was on point. So like I said, I don't know what kids are eating now. God bless them. But I know back then they used to, feed us dog food sometimes. I ain't gonna hold you. DOE was kind of shaky. I looked at some meals and I was like, you know what I'm saying? But there was days when you actually had some decent stuff. It's some stuff that, we actually messed with. So shout out to the DOE, shout out to the public schools. And that is the Creme de la Creme segment for this episode. I know y'all like hip hop, man. I know y'all like rap music. I know y'all love hip hop, man. Who don't love hip hop? But this one disappointed me about hip hop. And I don't know who to be mad at. I don't know if I should be mad at myself. I don't know if I should be mad at other people. But I'm mad at somebody. Because this pissed me off. I'm upset. What We Do by Freeway. Y'all know that song. Even though what we know, right? Hove, Beans. Y'all know the record. Why did this song just go gold? Why did What We Do by Freeway just go gold in 2024? What's going on, y'all? What? I can't even wrap my mind around this. Because this is probably Freeway's biggest record, arguably. And this is just now going gold? This song probably came out, 15, 20 years ago? And what really grinds my gears about this is you see all these new rappers come out and they got all these plaques. This song just went platinum and you've never even heard this dude on the radio before. Who are you? How did you get a platinum plaque? Your song is trash. And this right here, a hip hop classic just now going gold. And it's just like, dude, I was trying to figure out the reason behind this. And this is why I said maybe I'm mad at myself. Because back in the day, before streaming, right, we had something called LimeWire. And we also had something called Napster. And these things, looking back on it 20 years from now, we were probably taking a lot of money out these artists' pocket. We got to keep it a buck. Like, matter of fact, not we. I wasn't doing nothing, not me. Everybody else was downloading songs and doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I just really feel like maybe that's the reason why it's just now going gold, because when I just see the contrast of different songs and these new artists that come out and they go platinum off their first single and they just came out 2 years ago and this song is just now going gold, to me it doesn't make sense. And then, you got to really think about 20 years ago, the era of burnt CDs. You go to 2/5, you know what I'm saying? You go wherever you at, you know what I'm saying? Bronx, BK, like the African dude out there with his blank, he got every CD from A through Z, every mixtape. Like, how you think he getting this music? He got it illegally, you know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, I'm not gonna say probably, it did take a lot of money out the artist's pocket, but I really feel like this is a unintended consequence of illegally downloading music, which is super unfortunate because shout out Freeway. Like I said, that's one of my favorite songs. Beans did his thing on that feature. Hove did his thing. It's a video of this girl that at a Philadelphia 76ers game. She rapping it word for word with a hoodie on. Like, it's one of them songs for the culture. Like, it's like what we do is really a hit. Really a classic song. So, I mean, that kind of, you know what I'm saying? That kind of grinded my gears. But we're in a different era now with Apple Music. I'm sure this will never happen again. People go platinum, wake up, go to sleep, somebody else is platinum. Like, it happens all the time now. So, shout out what we do. If you've been watching the show so far, I just want to thank you for rocking with me, man. Thank you for taking your time out. This is just like my first run through. So, you know, it's raw. It's real raw right now. But I'm gonna do a lot of editing. I'm gonna do a lot of fixing things up and, you know, really getting it together, doing more interviews. I want you people to reach out to me, comment, send me a DM, tell me who you want to see, tell me what you want to hear. This is a show for the people. When I really came up with the show, I just wanted to interview ordinary people, just people from all different walks of life and tell their stories. I'm also launching another podcast called Disability that's going to be coming out right after this one. So stay tuned for that as well. But that was a little plug-in. But last segment. Where the hell did all the Dalmatians go? Do y'all see Dalmatians anymore? Do y'all? Because I do not see them dogs. No, like, at one point growing up, I used to see Dalmatians all the time. Like, everybody had a Dalmatian. It was like the cool dog to have. And now, I have not seen a Dalmatian in like 10 years. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I don't know. Did they stop breeding them? Like, I live on the Upper West Side. So, you know, them people, they got money. They like fancy dogs. They gonna buy a Dalmatian. And nobody buys Dalmatians no more. So I had to do some research because I was concerned about the Dalmatians. So let me tell you what I found out. Y'all remember the Disney, I think it was it Disney? I don't know, probably Disney, right? 101 Dalmatians, right? The movie. You know, it was the movie about the Dalmatians and Cruella de Vil, and, you know, she had the Dalmatian out, you know. So around that time, right? This is the research I did. So if I'm wrong, y'all let me know. Y'all give me some new information, but this is what I found out. So around that time, people were clamoring for Dalmatians. Like, they really wanted Dalmatians. So everybody's like, how can I get a Dalmatian? I love this movie. This movie is like, you know, people they see things and then they want it. You know how society is. Like, people are nuts. So everybody wanted a Dalmatian. So because there's such a limited breed of dog, whoever decided to start supplying these Dalmatians, they started breeding them like wrong. And again, this is the information I got. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know if y'all got some different information. But they started breeding these dogs, and the dogs turned out to be crazy. Like, they was really like messed up, right? So, like, they wasn't good with kids. They were aggressive. Like, they didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? Because they were trying to breed them because people wanted the Dalmatians, so the breed wasn't quality. It was more quantity. Let's just get these dogs out here, right? So, you know, because of that, because they were so aggressive and because they were so hard to train and not good with kids, a lot of people had to get rid of them, right? So this is why we don't really see a lot of Dalmatians no more. And now that that era is over with, people like, to hell with Dalmatians. Like, why would I have a Dalmatian in the house with my 5-year-old kid and it's aggressive? It don't want to play with my kid. People get dogs because dogs are supposed to be man's best friend. That wasn't man's best friend. Like, I don't know what was going on with the Dalmatians, but it was far from friend. That joint was not friendly from what I heard from my research, right? So, I just thought it was strange, man. Like, you know, because I was just, you know, I go outside and people got their dogs and they got their pit bulls. And you know what else a breed? I don't really see a lot of Rottweilers no more neither. I don't know why. But maybe my eyes just ain't catching them. They probably still out there a lot. But I'm back in the day, a lot of people used to have a lot of Rottweilers. But I see like a lot of pit bulls now. People got them little, you know, what's some little Frankfurt dogs? Like, people love them little dogs. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. But yeah, the Dalmatians, man, like I think it's over for Dal. I don't think we'll ever see that again. I think, maybe one day down the line, people start messing with Dalmatians again. But for now, shout out 101 Dalmatians. Y'all had y'all area, y'all held it down, but it's over for Dalmatians. All right, last and final note before I get out of here. This is my memory lane segment. It's not like the creme de la creme segment because that's the best of the best. That's top 5. This is memory lane. Basically, it's just one thing. I just want to leave this. I'm gonna start doing this at the end of every show. It's just one thing that takes me back, man. One thing that really takes me back. I love nostalgia. I'm like a nostalgic person. I love seeing old things that take me back. Like if y'all could see this room, it got plaques of like Jordan and the old Yankees and Kobe and like mobsters. It's like, people love nostalgia. It just takes you back to a different time. So this segment is the memory lane segment. And my memory lane today is Sprite Remix. I don't know what happened to Sprite Remix, but it was one of my favorite drinks. I don't know why they discontinued Sprite Remix. To me, it was a great drink. Like it was good to me. I used to mess with it all the time. But I kind of feel like I've been on Twitter in different corners of Twitter, and people been clamoring for Sprite to bring Sprite Remix back. But I don't know if they ever will. But all you youngins out there who never heard of Sprite Remix, go do your Googles. It was a real poppin' soda back in the day. I'm an old head. I don't know what y'all drinking now, but shout out to Sprite for Sprite Remix. That was a classic drink. And that is memory lane for today. And that will be my episode. This is the first episode of Sit Downs with Sid, man. Again, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. This is just like, the pilot episode, first episode. I intend on things getting a lot better, looking a lot different, different ideas. But this is just the beginning. So please like, share, comment, any feedback. I'm open to all of that. Criticism, whatever it is, constructive criticism, whatever it is you got for me, you let me know. I want to build this platform, and I want to have some great people on here one day, some entertaining stuff, and make this a platform for the people, some stuff that y'all could watch, enjoy, be entertained. All right, so I appreciate y'all watching. I'm out of here. It's your boy Sid. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, super duper special guest just walked in the building.
What was this, man?
I know you thought it was over for Sit Downs with Sid, but on the way out, somebody came in, and it's the heavyweight champion of the world, Joe Smooth.
Yes. Yes, that's me. I demand my respect. I was waiting over there for a minute. I said I wanted an interview, and I'm here, and I'm thankful. Oh, God, man.
I'm glad you're thankful, because at first that was going. I'm just glad we can end on a positive note. So Joe Smooth, talk to me about that heavyweight belt, man. It looks good on you, man. What's the next time you defend? I don't think anybody's gonna challenge you anytime soon, but are you thinking about defending that anytime soon? The people want to know.
When I carry this, I go through the train. This is like a 24-hour title. Whoever want to challenge me, face me now.
I don't think you got any challenge. Not here. Nobody.
Face me.
Nobody's here trying to challenge you. But I just want to take the people back, Joe. For the people who don't, everybody does know you, but for the people who just wouldn't know you. Talk to me about your, how did you, what's just trying to get the right question for you, Joe. I'm just trying to get the right question for you. Matter of fact, why don't you tell the people about yourself? Tell them something that they wouldn't normally know about Joe Smooth. How about we start there?
You see, I'm from the South Bronx. You know what? WWE, they put me in Tough Enough. Type in Joseph Castillo. That's my real name. But you know what? Shout out to my father. I love you. But you know what? You did bad. Booker T, WWE Hall of Famer. I speak to my uncle, your brother Moore. You want to show a lot of love to Samoan wrestlers? Show some love to me. I'm still in the ghetto using food stamps. But you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy. Now talk to me. Ask me another question now. Hurt this.
When,
I want to hurt this microphone.
No. Wait. Hold on. It's you know, if you. Another question. You say you grew up in the Bronx. I mean, why don't you talk to me about life in the Bronx growing up for you, Joe Smooth? How was that? I'm pretty sure nobody ever tested you, but I mean, you know, how was growing up in those kind of areas? That is a rough neighborhood. Did you have any, you know?
I love it. I love it so much because when I was younger, I live over there close to Prospect. I live in the same building as Fred the Godson. R.I.P. my big brother. They got his name on the streets. But you know what? What I did life feed. I danced all around the world. So where I go to Forest Projects. I go see D-Light. I go up the block. I go to Davidson Project. I see Sprite Tarantino. This is how we all connected. But you know who's the real champion? It's D-Light. Because he is the champion for sickle cell. You would never go in his shoes. Nobody will ever do it. But ask me another question. Please, let's go.
All right, another question. So Joe Smooth, real quick, for people who haven't seen you wrestle, I mean, I know you told them to look you up, but tell me what kind of style. You got any inspirations? Who's you know?
Of course I do.
Yeah, okay.
One of my inspirations is Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
That's one of my inspirations. They say I sound like Macho Man Randy Savage, but really it's D'Lo Brown, Arn Johnson, of course my father, Booker T. But you know what? I love the world. I was a WWE extra talent 5 times. I got a check on my wall in the projects. But I'm still living there. I don't got no help. I'm doing it by myself.
Just taking these. Let's get into the you know, when you was coming up with the whole, was it Tough Enough? You said
Tough Enough.
Yeah, Tough Enough. It was a great. I think it's like next now, right? But I remember Tough Enough. How was Tough Enough? Talk about that experience.
No, Tough Enough was before next.
Before
Tough
next.
Enough
Yeah,
was
back in the day.
something that they wanted us to go through. But you know what? I'm tougher than Tough Enough. I'm from the South Bronx. But you know what happened? When I submitted my application, I was in Guatemala taking care of my mother. They asked me to do a virtual web series or web whatever, but I couldn't do it because the electricity wasn't doing their thing. So what I did, I come back to New York, and what I'm doing around the gang members, being a gangster, I'm wasting my time. Give me money or give it to me now. Oh my.
So, can we get Joe Smooth a water or something? Is this something we could give him to calm him down a little bit, turn the air on in here? Because, all right, Joe, wait, yeah, thank you, giving this man a water. All right, let me take a sip. Hey, Joe, are you a Laker fan? I see the Laker gear. Are you a Kobe Bryant fan?
I don't watch sports at all.
Oh, you're not a sports guy. All right,
I just wear the colors because it's gang related.
Okay, all right. I don't want to ask you any game question. You know, people watch these things, but so what's next for Joe Smooth this year? It's 2024 is June. What? Tell the people what you got going on. What's coming up soon? What can they expect from the heavyweight champion of the world?
I just had a hernia surgery, so that was 4 months ago. So I'm getting right back to it. But shout out to my brother from AEW, Isaiah Cassidy. He told me. And I got the proof. He said, do 3 matches, 2 promo and 3 promo pictures, and I'm gonna get you inside the door to AEW. I'm with whatever. I'm ready to get this money now. Get me out the hood before something happens to me. Oh my God.
Please get Joe Smooth out the hood. We don't want anything to happen to people in the Bronx. That is a nice community.
Oh my God. Mr. Water.
So when you get your shot in AEW, Joe Smooth, who's the first person you want to you think will challenge you for this heavyweight championship? Is there anybody that you got your eyes on?
This right here is from an independent company.
Gotcha.
What really counts is the ones on TV. WWE, AEW. Give me something like that.
Okay.
And whoever want to challenge me, I'm with it. Because look at me. I'm still walking the trays. I'm still taking the trays. I'm still walking around. This is real ghetto, real life. Fight me now. Fight me.
Do you think you got what it takes to take on a Cody Rhodes?
Cody Rhodes, I got a video with him. That's my brother. Shout out to Cody Rhodes. If you go on my social media, you're going to see me and Cody Rhodes.
Joe Smooth, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't you give everybody your social media so they can follow you and try to get you out the hood so you can actually do what you want to do out here. You know, be the man. You know
my
what I'm saying?
Instagram is Joe, J-O_Smooth, SMOOTH. Same thing on Facebook, Joe Smooth. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been heavyweight champion of the world.
Give me money.
Joe Smooth.
Feed me, Vince McMahon. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me.
The real deal.
Get 9 to 5 a genius, motherfucker.
Get out the way. Everybody get out the way.